Okay, I swear we're good now. I swear we're good, right? I swear we're good. Hey! Hey! Welcome back to They Hate Geminis. I'm your host, Shamari Simone, and this is episode 4. All right, for season 2. We're back with season 2, episode 4. Happy to be here. Happy, I think, Tuesday, everybody. Yeah, how is everyone's Tuesdays going? Well, when I post this, it won't be Tuesday, so let me go ahead and refrain that and say happy whatever day it is when you watch this, because yeah, who knows? How's your day going today? Let's give it a moment to like sit and think, how did my day go? Did we actually enjoy today? And if we didn't, how can we enjoy tomorrow? Because the truth is you're going to wake up and you're going to get another chance to make it a great day. And you just got to make it every day great. So I tried to today. I went to work, happy to go to work, blessed to have a job. Go to work, cool, easy day, go home, and, felt inspired, felt creative, and started doing my makeup and stuff. I started doing my makeup differently. I'm learning my makeup more. I'm learning my face and learning what I like. And I've always been kind of afraid to experiment a little bit with my makeup. So lately I've been experimenting a little bit more. So pat on my back for that for me. I used to be super into makeup around 2020, like when COVID-19 happened. Super into makeup, bought all different types of makeup palettes, subscribed to Ipsy at the time, but then they don't even make stuff like that anymore. But they used to have like big boxes, and they would give you a bunch of stuff, boxes of makeup, boxes of all the things, and I loved it. But they stopped doing that, and unfortunately, my love for it died. But recently, I've been like, yeah, whatever. Other than that, recently started understanding more sexuality, a little bit about my sexuality. I am what I am when I'm it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in it, I could be straight, I could be bi, I could be gay. Like it is what it is. I don't know. I don't really put labels on it because at the end of the day, I just do what I want, love who I want, like who I want, and that's just what it is. I don't feel like I'm in a cage when it comes to my love life, because I believe the heart genuinely wants what it wants. And I was actually talking about this other day. I feel like when people have a type, it's not really so much a type. It's just truly like, you'll think, oh, I won't date a certain girl that looks this way, whether she's overweight or whatever. And you'll meet a girl who is beautiful. She's funny as hell. She's a pretty face. She has good qualities, same morals, shares the same values as you, and you find her very attractive. And you don't even notice the fact that she's overweight, and which is that someone that you said that you wouldn't date. So I feel like beauty is definitely situational, and it's in the eye of the beholder. So when it comes to types and stuff, I don't really have a type, which is why I don't feel like I'm caged in when it comes to love. I just love who I love, and I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to. It just really comes down to what I'm attracted to, and I don't have a type with that. It's just a feeling for me. So I don't know who can relate to that, but that's just my little take on that one. But yeah, so my sexuality, I brought that up because I don't know, love life, boring. There's no updates with that. Haven't been talking to no one. Haven't wanted to at all. I just don't really feel it to be necessary to me right now, unless it's just someone that is coming to change my life for the better. But a lot of the time, guys just add unnecessary stress, unnecessary anxiety, and I don't want to be tied down. I really just want to be free and love. Like, I just want to receive love in all types of ways, not just sexually. So I'm on a journey of just finding love, and I don't really want a guy, because all guys want is just things sexually. So I just want to, explore, do what I do. And ways to start exploring, I need to start writing down things that I want to start doing and doing them. I was thinking about starting a vlog series for the fall because fall is my favorite season. I love the fall. Okay. All the things fall I want to do. I wish fall lasted longer, but how long fall is exactly how it feels. Like, I love it. I do. September, we're approaching the middle of September, so I do got to wrap it. Hurry it up. But I wanted to do like something fall themed every day. Just naturally, not even like for the cameras, like just for myself, because I want to start making traditions for myself that I can bring on to people that I meet. I want to add to people's lives. And I feel like sometimes I just come to people's life and it doesn't add much value other than just a laugh and a nice ear. But I want to show more of my personality and like truly be who I am. I don't know why I hide so many parts of myself to people, but I think it's just because I'm afraid of being taken advantage of. So I told myself I'm going to start giving myself traditions that I just naturally do every time because I'm like, this is something I traditionalized, and then start sharing it with people that come into my life. So fall's my favorite season. I want to start doing fall festivity things every day. Right now on my list, the first thing on my list is, I already did it actually. I went to Trader Joe's and I bought fall themed like treats, which is something that I did want to do. So next we're going to start watching movies. We're going to get the movies rolling in. We're going to start cooking more at home and baking. Baking might be a little hard because I love to bake, but I don't have an oven. No, that's insane. I'll have to buy a little portable oven or something. I don't know. But you can't bake in the air fryer, that's not real. But I do want to start cooking at home more and just spending more time outdoors, like any chance that I get when I'm not at work, definitely on the weekends. But doing things that are like fall themed outdoors. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm probably going to try to vlog it. That's my whole point, because I do like vlogging and taking pictures. I feel like it's proof that I exist. And even if I don't post it, I have millions of videos that I've taken and I don't post half of them. Like hella podcasts that I've recorded. I have a bunch of things that I just don't post. So it's just proof that I exist, for my kids in the future or just anything to happen. I have the proof that I did something with my life and I didn't just do nothing, even if it was just a walk outside. You know what I'm saying? I just want to capture these moments. I love looking back at old things. That's why I journal. Journal is super important. Great for the brain. Do it. Let your imagination run free. Please let it do it. Speaking of imagination, moving into like just with the whole theme of it being a new chapter and new season in my life, I want to take on something new that I've been always interested in. A lot of you don't know this, but I love singing. I love singing. I make music, but I also like the behind the scenes of things. So like music videos, I love watching the behind the scenes music videos. Like I like seeing how things work because I'm super interested in acting. I like acting as well. When I was younger, I used to sign up for a bunch of acting classes and I got scammed one time actually. It was insane. I told my mom that I auditioned for this place and they really liked me and they asked me to come in and audition in person. And she said, okay. She let me go. It was a lot of convincing, but she let me go and there was actually a bunch of other people there. So I'm thinking like, okay, everyone knows about this. This has to be legit, right? So then fast forward, it gets to the end of the auditions and they're like, okay, we want to do a second round with you. Picked the other couple of people. They gave me a script to read and they said, this time you're going to be on camera and we're going to record you doing this, go over the script a couple of times and then we'll call your mom in, whatever. I'm like, okay. So I do it and I'm like, first time, not as good. They're like, you want to try it again? And I tried it again. They're like, okay, that was better. On the verge of about to cry because I was I don't know why. I felt like it wasn't I was a kid, dude. I was a kid. So that's when anxiety really started kicking in for me. And I was just like, scared. Then they called my mom in and told them that I had so much potential, right? And I like immediately like, oh my gosh, they see potential in me. Like, mommy, this is a great thing. Oh my God, we have to do it, mommy. We have to do whatever they say. And they're talking about like $800 a week. $800 a week. And it's not even every day. So my mom was like, yeah, okay. Then she ended up telling me I'm not doing that. I can't afford it. But then I was thinking like, why would it be that much? They're trying to, this is not real. Like, mind you, this is the place that's talking about, I think I still know it's like BH Studios is what it was called. BH Studios. And they were talking about they worked with Zendaya, they worked with a bunch of Disney stars. They were saying all those things. They had pictures of them on the wall like they worked with them, for real. And us kids were just like, we believe that. And we did. And we auditioned, and some people spent money. My mom was fortunate enough to not have wasted her time doing that. But that whole experience kind of ruined the thought of being an actress for me. I was just like, this life is rigged. Like, I don't know how people actually end up. These people are not real people. Like, unless you see them in person, I'm not gonna believe that this is an actual person. And then you just grow up and I've seen a lot of famous people, so I'm like, okay, you guys are real. It just takes a lot of hard work and a different mindset than I have. I didn't have that winner's mindset, but I'm developing that winner's mindset as we grow, and that's the whole point of this new season. So, I was gonna say I'm gonna start writing scripts. I wrote a script before, random, like, it was like one episode of a series I was gonna start, but it was so random. But I want to actually do it, and then I want to start making short films. Dude, I want to do so many different things, and it's hard because, like, obviously people say if you want to be successful, you have to start off with one lane that you go down, and then once you get something out of that lane, you can start branching off. And it's like, yeah, if I just start with all these roots, I'm not going to be able to water all of them. Like, one of them is going to have more attention than the other, of course. But starting it will let me know that I can do it, and that's pretty much like the whole point for me. It's just knowing that I can do it, and I know that I can. And it's so weird because sometimes we feel wrong for wanting validation from other people, because to us, in the way that society tricks us to make us think that if you care about what other people think of you, if you whatever, if you care about other people and their thoughts on you, that makes you weak or that makes you insecure, whatever. I don't agree with that necessarily, because sometimes when people validate you, it just proves what you already know. Even if you don't know it at the surface, you know it subconsciously, like you just know. So the validation kind of helps. It's like justifying, like, okay, yeah, you agree with me. So that's how I seek validation. It's not really so much like validate me for me. It's that validate me with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I have this potential, but like, in order to be successful, somebody has to agree with you. Like, you can't be successful if no one agrees with you. Someone has to agree with you. Someone has to validate that. So, I really appreciate the validation every time. Like, I take it with gratitude. You know what I'm saying? It's never a cocky thing. It's never anything like that. It's always support to me. It's support. It's I don't know why validation has to be the negative word that people make it, but I don't think it has to be. That's just me personally. Validate. What's the definition of validate? Validate my feelings, motherfucker. Shit. Okay. Moving on. That was a little intro, if I'm being honest. 14-minute intro. How y'all like that? Sorry, Y'all know I like to ramble. Anyway, I did say I want to do something different in this episode. So that's what's going to happen now. I wanted to read Reddit stories, but the fact that I just kind of yapped, I don't want to talk you guys' ear off about Reddit stories. So I'm thinking we don't do that anymore. I don't know. What do you say? Bitch, I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. Truly, I'm going to support whatever you want to do. I like what you do. Do your thing, girl. You want to read them stories? Read them stories. But you don't gotta overdo it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta overdo it. You're right. Okay. Honestly, I'm going to do the Reddit story at the end because I know it's hard to stick around at a certain point, and I kind of want to keep you guys interactive and like giving a fuck at the moment. So we're going to go into truth or dare, but really it's, it's me and you over the screen. I don't know how much we can really do with truth or dare, but I'm going to play and you going to play too. Right? We going to play? All right, let's play. So basically, okay, so traditionally the way that I would want to do this is truth or dare, but it would be like drink, obviously, because everything's done with alcohol. Like, you can't live life without alcohol. But I'm not going to drink. A bitch got work in the morning. So I'm just going to do truth or dare. And if I plead the fifth, then I want you guys to tell me how I should make up for it next episode. And I'll make up for it next episode. But if there are juicy questions that you really want answers to, you got to get it out of me. You got to reel it out of me. Especially if I say I plead the fifth. Because, yeah. So let's move on. So basically, I'm going to ask you a question. And I'm going to answer it as if you guys asked me the question. And then you can answer the question. If I decide to answer the question, we all good in the hood. And if I decide not to answer the question, then, that's a negative point on me. And I'm sorry. All right. Let's get right into it. All right. First question. What is the biggest lie you ever told in a relationship? Okay, this is a big one. Because it's so many big lies that I've told in a relationship. I lie a lot, actually, to men. I lie to men all the time. I lie to men a lot. Because, it's fun sometimes. It's just fun. Sometimes you're bored and you just want a reaction or you just want to see what someone would say. Like, I live in my imagination. I literally live in my imagination. So I will make up stories that never happen and just to see how a person will react. Because like I said, I want to be a screenplay writer. Like, I want to write. And it's like seeing if I can make something up on the spot in my head really can make someone be like, wow, oh my gosh, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I could probably do this. So I test it all the time and I just be lying. So I would say probably the biggest lie that I ever told a guy is like something crazy happening to me that never happened. Like, just to make them feel bad. One time I didn't want to have sex with a guy and I would like flinch every time he touched me because I did not want him touching me. And instead of telling him that I just wasn't attracted to him, I told him I was, SA'd before severely. So I don't want him touching me because it triggers me to think about that. And I don't know why I told him that, but he asked me, oh my God, like, that's crazy. When did this happen? And I gave him a whole story. Not of like gruesome how it happened, but just like, yeah, I was young, da 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 da. And I just was like, okay, yeah. He believed it. He left me alone. He stopped touching me after that. Why did I have to go to those lengths? Because men are gross, But yeah, but that wasn't a relationship. You know what? I plead the fifth because it's a lot. Or did I answer the question? The biggest lie I ever told? Maybe that was pregnant. Probably. Yeah. I said that a lot to different guys. Never even had sex with them without a condom. And I would say that to them. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. Next question. Who's the worst that you ever had? For me, the worst that I ever had, the worst that I ever had. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there was this one time I was talking to this guy for a long time. We really liked each other, but we never like hooked up because he was actually an ex of one of my friends way before I even met her. They were like in middle school, I believe. And they weren't exes. They just like talked, held hands, and that was it. Like, it was a middle school relationship. I think they lasted like 3 days. But to her, that was her ex because they became friends after that and lasted friends for so long. So I think she felt attachment to him. Anyway, we liked each other though, and we would like text all the time, and it would be like sometimes just, so vivid, just the things that we were saying to each other and really painting a picture for each other. And when it was time for the picture to be turned into a movie, production failed and movie got cut short actually. That was the situation where it's like, I cannot let you do this any further. You're embarrassing yourself, and I want to go throw up. Please go away. Left, went home, never spoke to him again, ever. Yeah. Definitely hurt his pride a little bit. Unfollowed me on Instagram, did all the things. Got a girlfriend, though, so somebody likes it. It just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Have you ever been the toxic one in a friendship? Me personally, I feel like I've been toxic in a friendship before. Yeah. It really just depends on your definition of toxic, because what's toxic to me could not be toxic to you. But I've been in a friendship where I was just, just in it to be in it, Wasn't really true about how I felt about the person, so I did things that probably were toxic to get out. I don't know. I'm such a people pleaser that sometimes I couldn't even put my foot down on being like, I don't want to be a friend anymore, so I'm going to convince you that you don't want to be my friend anymore. It's insane. Next question. What is one secret you would never tell your parents? One secret I'll never tell my parents, I obviously probably can't even say on camera, because then it's like, what if my parents ever see it? I would never tell them. I plead the fifth. If you really want to know that, I'll DM it to you. It's actually juicy. It's really juicy. I actually don't think I would ever share that. So never mind, actually. Would you rather date someone broke with potential or rich with no ambition? Okay. For me, I would have to say I would date someone broke with potential, because potential gets you really far. Somebody with potential, the potential could happen tomorrow. Rich with no ambition, you're gonna lose everything and you're not gonna get it back. That's insane. Nothing left to be said. Next question. What is your biggest red flag? My biggest red flag, I would say, is that I could be just super emotional. I'm extremely emotional, too emotional sometimes, I would even say, for myself. So I know I have to be truly too emotional for somebody else. It's unfortunate. Next question. Have you ever gotten back with the ex just for, vibes? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would just get back with my ex all the time just because I was bored and I didn't know anyone else. But now that I grew up and I started meeting other people and also just being okay with being bored by myself, I don't see my ex. I don't talk to my ex. Don't know who that person is. I don't even know if I have an ex at this point. So much time has went by that I don't even know if I should count that relationship, because it was crazy. That relationship was crazy. But, you live and you learn. Next question. Would you take an ex back for cheating? Me personally, baby, it kind of depends on the ex. No, I'm going to say genuinely, I would not take someone back for cheating. I would hope that I'm strong enough to never do that. I've never really been in a position where I've been cheated on and I took that person back anyway, but never really, I've never caught someone cheating on me actually and stayed. I've seen things that seem like I was being cheated on, but I was told I wasn't. And if there's no hard evidence proof, I can't just say that I am. So it's I'm waiting for the proof. I'm not going to stick around and wait for the proof. I probably would leave once I don't trust you anymore. So if I don't trust you, I can't be with you. I probably would not get back with somebody who cheated on me. That's just what it is. I don't care. There's no reason for you to cheat on me. I've definitely broken up with someone before, so I didn't cheat. So I would just respect that more than you cheating on me. Just saying. Okay, so that was the last question. Moving on to the last segment of the podcast. We're actually going to have a short podcast today. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I feel like it's better this way. People kind of don't like the whole hour situation, and I get it, you know. It's a lot. So we're not going to do Reddit stories. I don't know why I said that to you guys. Sorry. We'll do that next week, maybe. Whenever I feel like it. I got to read something that really catch my eye, because sometimes I'm reading it and I'm like, this is like, you know. So last segment is just going to be let's be real, you know, the whole let's be real thing, but it's not going to be rapid fire question. It's going to be straight up like, I'm going to ask you a question, we're going to be real about it, and then we're going to be come by y'all, shed a tear, and then leave, you know. I'll leave you guys with that. So what I want to ask is, what's one friendship lesson that you learned the hard way? For me, I would say don't let your friends, first of all, I guess it's a few, but understand that someone is your friend and what that means to you. Stand on your boundaries, because it's definitely super easy for your friends to cross boundaries because they feel so close to you. They could just be like, girl, I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? But if your boundaries are your boundaries, those are your boundaries, period. Also, stop being a people pleaser, because all of this comes down to the fact that, like, I submit myself to a lot of people because it was just easier that way. It was just easier for things not to go my way, because then I didn't have to deal with drama. But I was constantly never happy with my relationships with people because I was never getting what I wanted out of it. It was just always about what they wanted. And it was to the point to where I wasn't even being real. And I didn't like this person anymore. And instead of, committing to feeling that way and cutting the person off or talking about it, I just continued to be their friend. And things got messy because as much as they think that I'm their friend, I don't feel the same way about them. And they're someone that I still care for, so I'm always going to be there for you, but I just don't want to be your friend. And it got to the point to where that friend would vent to me about another friend, and at first it wasn't a big deal until it became a big deal, and the friend that they were venting to me about so happened to be someone really close to me. So I would, encourage, have a talk between the two. The person venting didn't want to have the talk. So I started to let the person venting know, you can't keep doing this. Otherwise, it's going to be uncomfortable for me. So I'm going to let them know that we're like talking, about this. Like, I'm going to start telling her things that you're telling me, pretty much. Aware of it, it still continued. And so now the friend knows what the other friend is saying, and all this is happening. And I'm like, when are you guys going to talk? Because now you guys both know this is happening. It's a big elephant in the room, but nobody wants to address it. And then, it popped like a balloon. And at the end of the day, I was the person that looked wrong to this friend, of course, because to her, I'm messy. And to this friend, she's very grateful for me being able to be real with her and tell her the things that the other friend was saying, because, like, they had their own relationship outside of us. So it's kind of just like, she would have never known. I would have been smiling in her face, telling her, acting like things weren't being said. At least they both know I was talking about it. I don't really see, like I said, it's messy. It just depends on your perspective. But I was honest about what I was doing, because not because I didn't want to seem messy, but because, like, I knew we were going to be around each other. And I don't tell her I told you. I don't like none of that. So I'm not going to say that. But you said that to me. You can only tell me that so many times before I'm like, you need to tell her I'm going to. So, yeah, I learned to not let your friends vent to you about your other friends. If your friend comes to you and they're like, this girl is really getting on my nerves, blah, 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 that's a mutual friend between you guys. Tell her, just talk to her. Don't involve me, because I don't want to be in between it. No matter how much you think you're helping, you're never going to satisfy both parties. So they just need to figure out for themselves. I'm just going to say that. All right. So, thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. I know I hope it doesn't seem so rushed. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to keep you guys here all night like I always do. So, little bonus clip, talking about how, first of all, two different things if I have time. Dating girls. First of all, can we talk about how fucking crazy and different universe that is compared to dating boys? Like, it's a whole different universe that I didn't even know. And to be bisexual, you have to be intellectually like the smartest person ever in the world, because it's hard as hell. Like, I can't even tell if a girl is gay half the time. I don't know if a girl likes girls. And I'm not the type of person to straight up ask you, like, do you like girls? Because if you hit me with that no, I'm going to hit you with that, oh. Peeing my pants, literally. Peeing my pants. But I've had little interactions with girls where I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't tell if this girl's flirting with me or not. The last time I had an interaction with a girl actually was one today, but the one that really stuck with me is yesterday I went to Dutch Bros, or it wasn't yesterday, it was like Sunday. I went to Dutch Bros to get something, and what I wanted I wasn't sure about, and I was talking back and forth with the lady who takes your order, and I was like, first of all, when I pulled up to her, she said, girl, you are drop dead gorgeous, oh my God. And I said, no, thank you, you're so pretty. Like, she really was so pretty. She had beautiful makeup, everything. She took my order, and I'm like, I want this, but I'm not sure. She's like, I never had it before, but some people say it's good. And I'm like, you know what, it's okay, I'll just do a smoothie. Didn't want to get coffee because I didn't want to be up all night, so I just got a smoothie. I don't like the smoothies, by the way. Their smoothies are not good. I would never get it again. But luckily, she's like, okay, do you have a reward? Like, do you have a phone number? I'm like, no. And she's like, okay. She does this and that. She said, it's on me today. And I said, what? She said, it's on me today. And I said, oh my God, why? And she just started laughing. She's like, girl, have a good day. And I was like, did she just flirt with me? Or was she just being nice? Was that a flirt? Or was she just being nice? How could I tell if she liked girls? I was thinking about asking her something, but I was like, this is weird. Let me just drive away. Then, I just thought about it for the next 2 days. And I was just like, wow. Well, at least I know where she works. But it was like, wow. Okay. Blew it. So it's like, how do I tell? I asked TikTok, and TikTok was like, you just ask. Or you just tell by if they have their nails short or the type of rings that they wear, or it's just the vibe. But it's like, I'm sure everyone thinks that I have a vibe. And it's like, you're not always going to be able to predict my vibe. Because like I said, sometimes I might be straight and sometimes I might be gay. So I don't know. But yeah. Also, why do men talk about women's appearance so much? I was watching Pop the Balloon because I was doing a reaction video to it. And whenever the men would get rejected, they come for things that just don't make any sense. Like, he's like, nah, she's not really my type. I don't really like the eyelashes. She's not your type because she has on eyelashes that come off. That's not. Why does it bother men? And then when they say the things about the eyelashes, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like super dramatic eyelashes or eyelashes as period? Like, you don't like eyelashes, my nigga? Like, eyelashes? Then it's like, oh, her toes look like they struggling in those heels. Have you ever wore a pair of heels before in your life? Have you ever wore a pair of heels before in your life? No. How are you gonna come for somebody? Like, it's just little things like that. Like, what are you talking about? Go the hell away. Because if I come for you, you're gonna literally hate yourself. Men cannot take when bitches come for them. Like, they can't. We can take it a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm not really insecure. Like, a man can really make me insecure. Like, they can make me insecure. They can do the right thing to make you insecure, baby. They really can. But them coming, like, saying little stupid stuff would never make me insecure. I don't get embarrassed easily, I don't really get embarrassed. So yeah. But anyway, why do men, like, stop talking about women? Like, go away. I don't even believe in that whole like, oh, men hate women so bad they're gay. I just think men hate women because they want to be women, and not because they literally want to be a girl, but they just want to have it as easy as they think women have it. And it's just like, I do believe women have it easy. I think that life is hard for everyone, and it's not about men or women. Everyone experiences different lives, and women can have the same experience a man can have, and men can have the same similar experience to women. So it's like, I don't really think it's about that. But yeah, I just feel like life is like, women have it easier though because they're pretty, and also things are just designed for men half the time. So women don't have to do things, they just do it because men. I don't know. I want to thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Let me know how you guys like the whole truth or drink thing, but truth or dare, maybe next time I'll actually drink. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to let you down. But share with me your answers to the questions if you feel comfortable doing so. I would really appreciate to know what you guys are thinking. Before I go, I do want to leave you guys with 3 questions that I'm going to talk about next episode. And the first question being, what I wrote it down because I knew I wanted to talk about it. I did. I wrote it down in my notes. Dude, don't do this to me right now. Don't do this to me right now. Oh, okay. Why is cooking for a man husband material or husband duties? Like, why do girls feel like they cannot cook for a man unless that man is their husband? Definitely want to talk about that. Wish I could talk about it right now. Definitely can't talk about it right now because I want to go, but super excited to talk about that next episode for sure, because boy do I got things to say. Number 2, next question. What was it? This is super off topic about anything that I've ever talked about, but it's something that I do want to end up talking about eventually. But is being obese and skinny a choice? Obese and skinny. Okay. I want to kind of get into certain things. So that's just another question I want to leave with you. So it's, why is cooking for a man husband material, and is being obese and skinny a choice? Oh, before I go, for real, I do want to shout out something that I've been doing. The reason why I'm making my podcast episodes shorter are because I'm going to start making reaction videos on a different YouTube channel. If the podcast is not for you, if you're not interested in the podcast, you don't like the whole podcast vibe, definitely have options for you. I do reaction videos on a different channel. You can go check that out. I'll link it down below. But yeah, it's just reactions or just me just being silly, goofy, whatever. Also, my vlogs will be posted there too. It's more so like home base, and this is more at work. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's an option for somebody. But yeah, but also share with me things that you think you might want to hear me talk about, because sometimes your girl be needing more things that are interesting to y'all. You know, I don't know what's interesting to y'all. All you know what's interesting to me. So let's make things interesting for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. They Hate Geminis is out.